Hello? Yes, I know this is impossible for 1891, but you can do anything with AI.
This short video is in two parts. First, I'll discuss the genesis of my short film, The Star, and then I'll describe the processes and online tools I used to generate specific scenes. The links to the tools I used are given in the description of this video below. While generative AI has been used to create numerous YouTube videos, few have demonstrated its true potential. Unfortunately, many have promoted the notion that AI is merely a tool for churning out low-quality content, leading critics to dismiss such works as AI slop. The recent trend of 1950s Super Panavision videos, where AI creates modern film trailers in a 1950s or 60s style with period actors, has only intensified this criticism. What began as an innovative concept has now become oversaturated. There have been some notable successes in AI filmmaking, but these are typically limited to minute-long clips that rarely attempt character lip-syncing. Longer productions, such as Where the Robots Grow, while impressive, aren't purely AI-generated. They combine AI elements with traditional 3D computer-generated imagery. I wanted to explore AI's full potential by developing a properly scripted film with consistent characters and accurately lip-synced AI-generated voices. My goal was to push the boundaries of AI technology in filmmaking by creating as much of the content as possible using these emerging tools. Story selection and script writing. After producing numerous YouTube videos incorporating varying degrees of AI and carefully evaluating the most effective online tools from the vast array available, I felt prepared to create my first fully generative film. I selected Wells's The Star for several compelling reasons. Consistent with my project's vision, I wanted the script to be AI-generated, using Anthropic's Claude, currently the most sophisticated large language model for text generation. I strategically divided the narrative into pre- and post-apocalyptic segments to better control pacing. Since the original story relies heavily on narration, I directed Claude to expand the character dialogue. The AI responded by creating several original characters and conceptualizing the lecture theatre scenes. With the astronomical scenario properly established, the rest of the script fell into place naturally. I then edited Claude's generated script to achieve a more concise runtime. Creating the music. The music creation process proved remarkably straightforward. Using the online tool Udio, I generated the soundtrack with the prompt orchestral, strings, bass, cello, dark, background music, incidental. I then expanded the musical palette by having Udio create distinct opening and closing sections, along with several alternative variations. Character creation. The next phase involved creating the character models. James Ogily was the only character requiring a custom model, as he appeared across multiple scenes. I utilized two online tools for his creation, Prome AI for generating a character sheet, and OpenArt for developing the character model from that sheet. For the character sheet, I provided Prome's image generator with this detailed prompt. A character sheet, a real color photograph, realistic person, realistic natural face, British, Caucasian, simple background, 4 full-length views, from multiple angles including the right and left sides, and face on, visible face, full body, medium build, an educated 19th century man in his mid-50s with dark hair and a moustache and beard, neutral expression, color photograph. While I attempted to generate the character sheet using OpenArt's generator, the results proved unsatisfactory. Once I obtained a suitable character sheet, I submitted both full body and head images to OpenArt's model training tool. This created a character model for use in scenes generated with their text-to-image tool. Notably, I discovered a significant issue with OpenArt's character image generator. It creates distinct vertical bands wherever the character appears. To address these problematic artifacts, I found two effective solutions, either breaking up the bands using an image editor's clone tool or utilizing Prome's replace tool on the most visibly affected areas. The remaining characters were generated directly through Prome's text-to-image tool. Professor Weber, who appeared in an extra scene, required a simple solution. I extracted his character from the original scene's background, generated a new background, and composited him into this. As more of his body had to be visible, I employed Prome's outpainting tool to extend the lower portion of his figure. Video image seeds. When working with generative video, image-to-video tools offer superior control over scene composition compared to text-to-video alternatives. There are two primary approaches for creating the initial seed image for video generation. Some scenes can be effectively generated using text-to-image tools. However, certain scenes may require specific architectural or historical accuracy, such as depicting St. Paul's Cathedral or the Houses of Parliament in the Star. For these instances, actual photographs serve as ideal reference material. I'll now detail the creation process for several key scenes. For an early sequence featuring Ogily delivering a lecture, I initially attempted the text-to-image generation, but found the results unsatisfactory. Instead, I utilized a photograph of Richard Feynman's 1964 lecture on the motion of planets around the Sun. Using Prome AI's outpainting tool, I extended the image sides to accommodate the film's 16:9 video format. I then generated an image of the Ogily model giving a lecture through OpenArt, extracted the figure, and composited it over Feynman's image. This composite served as the seed image in Kling AI for generating short video segments. The character's dialogue was created using 11 Labs text-to-voice, enhanced with lecture hall reverb effects in Audacity. I then employed Kling's lip-sync tool to pair the audio with the video clips. A notable limitation of Kling version 1.6 is its 10-second clip duration cap. To work around this constraint, I developed a technique of using the final frame from one clip as the seed image for the next sequence. I applied this method for Weber's extended dialogue scenes, as demonstrated here. While the transitions aren't perfectly seamless, this approach works effectively, though scene cuts remain preferable when dealing with audio exceeding the 10-second limit. One of the most challenging aspects of this project was creating scenes depicting the destruction caused by the star's close passage. I carefully considered the best approach, knowing that AI image generation can struggle with accurately representing real locations. For example, prompting an image generator to create a picture of St. Paul's Cathedral in flames typically produces results that fall into an architectural uncanny valley. While the generated building might vaguely resemble St. Paul's and appear to be burning, it lacks authentic architectural detail. The solution for St. Paul's proved straightforward. I located a World War II photograph showing the cathedral surrounded by flames, colorized it using Runway's colourisation tool, removed parts of the dome using an image editor and added fire and smoke, extended the frame using Prome AI's outpainting tool, and animated it in Kling. Tower Bridge required a similar approach. It was still under construction in 1891 when the story takes place. I began with a photograph from that year, colorized it, extended the image with outpainting in Prome, and manually added flames and smoke using an image editor before animating the composite in Kling. Non-AI elements. While my goal was to maximize AI usage throughout the project, I recognized the importance of selecting the most appropriate tools for each task. For certain sequences, traditional 2D or 3D animation proved more effective. The visualization of the star approaching Neptune, for instance, was created in Blender, where I constructed a 3D scene of the planet, its moon and the star, then animated the camera movement. For the animated diagram showing the star's closest approach to the inner solar system, I utilized the animation capabilities of the Astrograv gravity simulator. Some sections required a hybrid approach, particularly the illustrated London News sequence. I used Prome to generate a period-appropriate woodcut graphic depicting Neptune and the star, which I then composited onto an authentic 1892 issue of the newspaper. For the text columns, I collaborated with Claude to create a series of newspaper stories that captured the late 19th century journalistic style, each incorporating subtle humour. Attentive viewers will notice that one story introduces a character, Dr. Winterbottom, who appears later in the narrative.
We hope that you have found the information in this video of use, and that it has inspired you to try the generative artificial intelligence tools presented here. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to support the channel.